Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick review on the Accel Arms 22 Magnum rifle, the Accelerator. If you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, don't forget about the bell, and please leave a comment below. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, we'll take a quick look and do the safety check. You can clearly see that there's nothing inside the chamber, and there's no magazine in the well. And as you can see, it's the Accel Arms and the 22 caliber, and you can see it's the Accelerator rifle. And just for a quick size comparison, the 22 rifle behind this one is my Marlin Model 60, and you can see right here I've got the barrels pretty much lined up with each other, and you can see how much further out the butt sticks. So this is quite a bit of a compact 22. This will be the shortest 22 that I have in my collection, but it still fires pretty good, and I like it a lot. This 22 means quite a bit to me. If any of you have heard me in any of the live chats or talked to me in the chat rooms, when the topic of the one that got away comes up, well, this is the one that got away. And as you can see, I got it back. So I'm pretty happy about that. Plus we got an upgrade. Didn't have a scope on it when I sold it, and now it does. This one has the stainless steel barrel, and as you can see, it's got the grooves cut out of it, which I'm going to imagine is for, heat dissipation, and I guess to lower the weight. To be honest, this is quite a heavy rifle, especially compared to my other 22s, and really compared to anything. I'd say it weighs close to 10 pounds, at least 8, anywhere between 8 and 10 pounds, so it's definitely more of a heavier rifle than you would expect your average 22 to be. On the top, it's got a full-length rail that goes all the way down from the end of the handguard to where the buttstock begins. And it is a Picatinny rail, so you can put different types of stuff on top of it. It was like that when I got it. Like I said, it didn't have a scope on it when I first got it, but it did have the rail, so that was pretty cool. And it was definitely pretty difficult. I put maybe 30 rounds through it without a scope, so basically I was just, kind of pulling the trigger just to have some fun. And now that I got a scope on it, I'll start working a little bit more on the accuracy. It does have a manual slide release or bolt catch release, and pretty simple. Just pull down on this tab and you'll be able to hear it, the bolt drop. And to reinsert it, you keep your rifle on screen, just simply push up on it. Works really well, and you can definitely hear it drops pretty hard, so you're not going to have any worries with it not feeding all the way. And right behind there is your manual safety. Pretty simple, very easy to operate. The stock is the composite stock, or maybe it's the polymer stock rather, and it's very smooth. There's no type of grip to it whatsoever. And it has no buttstock on it or butt pad on it, because once again it is a 22. It does have a very nice thumb hole area. That's one of the things that I liked about it the best. It's very simple to get a hold of, and it's comfortable to have in your hand. I like to let the little rail right there sit against my wrist, and I feel like you can get a pretty good grip on it. And the trigger well is quite close to the handle, so there's not a whole lot of traveling. If you had a really big hand, maybe you're going to have a problem with that, or itty bitty tiny hand, but I'd say just about anybody who grabs a hold of this rifle can get a good comfortable purchase on it and still be able to operate your trigger. The bolt action is pretty much as simple as you can get. Pulls back really well. Drops really easy, and if you look down inside, you can see the recoil spring right there, which is pretty cool. It's got a lot of tension to it, but it's still very easy to operate. And we'll go ahead and give you a quick look at the trigger pull. Right now the bolt is charged, and I'll be quiet so you can hear it. Just a little bit of take up right there, and then you hit your wall. So it didn't have a very long travel, and it was quite an easy pull actually. I wouldn't know what the poundage would be, but it's very comfortable, very easy to pull, and not a whole lot of travel. So I would give this a nice thumbs up for the trigger. Plus it actually looks pretty cool with the stainless finish inside the all black body. And not surprising to anybody else who's watched my videos, I don't know anything about scopes. This is a center point scope. I don't know if it's 3x9, 3x9000. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. But we'll go ahead and real quickly go through the scope and its features. And forgive me if I say anything wrong about the scopes, because I don't know much about them. But it does have your focus ring on the back, which goes from 4 all the way up to 16. And a little eye relief back here on this side. Not really too sure what that does yet. I haven't had a chance to use the scope yet, so just staring at it in one of my walls doesn't really affect it much. I did turn this all the way down to 4, and at about 4 yards I focused in on a doorknob pretty clearly, which I think is pretty good, because that's why you buy a scope, is so you can focus in. Then it's got your range, which goes from, let's see, where's that? Goes from 10 yards all the way up to, I'm assuming that the double infinity sign right there is for 200 plus, and then the last marking is 100. The guy who put the scope on there is pretty interested in scopes. He knows a lot about scopes, and he said that this would be a pretty good one for me to take to the range and use for target days. Here's the magazine for it. It's a 10 round magazine. Pretty basic, pretty simple, single stack. I guess you would normally push down here to depress it. When I first had it, I would actually put a paper clip or like a nail in there and pull down on it. When I had it, it was February, so it was super cold outside, and trying to load this metal magazine when your fingers are freezing wasn't fun. So I stick a little pin in there and pull down, and that helps load the rounds in the magazine. And then to load it in the firearm, just pretty simple. Just push it all the way in. You'll hear the click, and right below that is the magazine release. Just push that down, and you see that the magazine has popped out quite a bit, and just go ahead and slide it the rest of the way out, and there you go. I know you're not going to get a good, focus picture, but I just wanted to show you. This has got the red and the green crosshairs, and it's got 5 settings for each one, and I'll go ahead and see if I can't turn that on for you so it'll light up. There you go. It's got 5 different settings. It's actually quite bright. I've never fired it at night. Really haven't done much shooting at night at all. I do go to an outdoor range which closes at sundown. And then we got the red. 5 different settings. I know it's not staying in focus and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just trying to get you guys an idea. It's pretty bright. The only thing, and then the regular crosshairs are even pretty dark, and just the standard look. One of the things that I found out really quick about the scopes that light up, make sure you turn it off when you're done. If not, you're going to be going through a bunch of batteries. Batteries are easy to exchange. They're relatively cheap. You can get a 4-pack of the flat, I think it's 1035 is the code from the Duracell anyway. Not that I'm promoting Duracell over anything else, just it is what it is. I think they're less than 10 bucks. It's been a while since I bought a pack, and the last pack that I bought, my friend actually bought for me because he took all my other batteries. But there's my review on the Accel Arms accelerator rifle, chambered in 22 Magnum. If you like what you see, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, don't forget about the bell, and please leave a comment below. Thanks for stopping by.